Hi friends, today we are going to discuss the basics of taxes. So in this video we are going to cover what is tax, types of taxes and why taxes are levied. The power to levy taxes are covered in the next video. So now we can start the class. What is tax? The taxes are considered to be the cost of living in a society. So, in order to live in a society, we have to pay something to the government, and that is considered to be tax. Now, why the taxes are levied? The taxes are levied by the government to meet the common welfare expenditure of the society. So, in order to meet the common welfare expenditure of the society, the government is collecting taxes. For example, the government is providing education and also building infrastructure facilities like constructing dams, etc. So for all these purposes, the government needs some fund, and one of the method to raise fund is by collecting taxes. So what is tax? The tax are considered to be the cost of living in a society. And why taxes are levied? The taxes are levied by the government to meet the common welfare expenditure of the society. So till now we have discussed what is tax and why taxes are levied. Now next we are going to discuss the types of taxes. There are two types of taxes, direct tax and indirect tax. So what is direct tax? The direct tax is levied directly on the income or wealth of a person. So as a person earns a certain income, the person has to pay tax. Such type of taxes are called direct taxes. So whereas indirect tax is a tax levied on the price of a goods or services. So it is a tax paid on the price of goods or services. It is not on the income earned by a person. The tax is collected on the price of goods or services. Now the second difference between direct tax and indirect tax is that direct tax is progressive in nature, whereas indirect tax is regressive in nature. Now, what do you mean by progressive in nature and regressive in nature? Progressive in nature means as the income increases, the amount of tax you paid will also increases. That is, there is a direct relationship between the amount earned, that is the income earned, and the tax paid by the person. So, a progressive basis means as the income increases, the amount of tax you paid will also increase. Now, in case of indirect tax, it is regressive in nature. Now, we can look what is regressive in nature. In regressive nature, everybody who is willing to purchase that product has to pay the tax. That means a person who is purchasing a product has to pay the tax. That means it is not based on the income. Whoever willing to purchase the product has to pay the tax. So here there is no consideration such as rich or poor, etc. Because a person, here the tax is collected on a product. So irrespective of whether a person is rich or poor, he or she has to pay the tax. Such type of taxes are called indirect taxes. So indirect tax is regressive in nature. Now, the third difference between direct tax and indirect tax is that direct tax, the burden cannot be passed on. That means the person who is paying the tax has to bear the burden of tax. He cannot shift it to another person. Whereas in case of indirect tax, the burden can be passed on. That means a person who is paying the tax can shift the burden of tax to another person. So such type of taxes are called indirect taxes. So there is three differences between direct tax and indirect tax. So first one is the tax is directly levied on the income or wealth of a person is called direct tax, whereas indirect tax is levied on the price of a goods or services. Direct tax is progressive basis, whereas indirect tax is regressive basis. Now the third difference is in direct tax, the burden of tax cannot be passed on to another person, whereas in indirect tax, the burden can be passed on to another person. Till now, we discussed what is tax, why taxes are levied, and types of taxes.
If you have any doubt, please feel free to comment below. And if you have learned anything from this video, please do hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get more classes. And don't forget to like this video. Bye. See you in the next video.